Hello guys, welcome once again. Uh, so guys, in the previous session, we have already completed that what is Maven. I have already given you the overview of what is Maven. That okay through this diagram, that how exactly Maven is interacting and what is a Maven architecture and how exactly Maven is installing automatically all the external jar files and internal jar files. Okay, so this is the Maven process I have told you. Now the next thing is that we have to learn that okay what is first we have to set up the Maven in our local environment, in our local machine, either you are using Windows or Mac. Okay, so guys, I don't have Windows as of now, so it's a very good site is there, that mkyoung.com. I always follow this guy. Okay, and he has given the very proper step. It's very easy to install and set up Maven. So you just need to do one thing, especially most of the users are from Windows. So what you have to do, you just need to couple of things. First, you have to download JDK, and JDK is already available, and you have to set up the environment variable. So just follow step by step all these steps. Okay, that simple: create one java underscore home environment variable, and then put your JDK path over here. In your case, it will be JDK 1.8 or whatever. And then the second step is you need to download Apache Maven. See guys, Apache Maven is available in the form of zip file. Okay, so you just unzip it and put it in your C drive, or create a folder over there or whatever. Okay, and then put it over there. And what you have to do, again you have to create two environment variables, m2 underscore home and maven underscore home. Okay, so like this, m2 underscore home and maven underscore home you have to create, and you have to give the path like this. Okay, and once it is done, you have to create one path, that is the path variable, and you have to create path variable like this, guys. So you just follow all these things properly, and it's very easy. But make sure while setting up the your environment variables, you have to be very careful, but it's very easy. So just follow it step by step, and once this thing is done, okay, you may restart your laptop, and then immediately what you have to do, you have to go to your command prompt, or Mac users, they can go to simple, just type one command, maven version. Okay, so you will see that Maven 3.5.0 or whatever the version you have downloaded and set up, it will say like this. Okay, on your machine. So only three steps you have to follow. Okay, these four steps you have to follow. It's very easy, guys. So mkyoung.com guy is there. I'll send you the URL in the description. So please set up Maven first. Okay, because I don't want to waste time to set up the Maven on Windows, because I don't have Windows, and on my machine, on Mac machine, I've already set up. Okay, guys. And okay, second thing is that you have to do one thing, that yeah, you have to download one Maven plugin in your Eclipse. Okay, so what I'll do, simple, I'll open my Eclipse. What you have to do, guys, you have to go to help, and I'm not going to download because I've already downloaded Maven Eclipse plugin. Most of the time what happens that, okay, Maven Eclipse plugin is already available in your Eclipse. By default it comes like that. So how to check? Simple, go to file, new, and go to project, and you will see that if Maven section is there, that Maven project section is there, it means Maven is already available on your laptop, on your Eclipse, not laptop, sorry, on your Eclipse. That Maven plugin is already available. If it is not available, if this option is not available, please download the correct Eclipse. Latest Eclipse you can download. Okay, Eclipse Luna you can download. If still it's not there, you guys simple go to help, go to Eclipse Marketplace. Okay, Eclipse Marketplace, and right over here Maven. Okay, just write Maven over here, and it will show you one plugin. I'll tell you, I have already taken the, just a minute. What you have to do, simple write Maven and enter. So it will show you one plugin. You need to download that plugin. Okay, just a minute, it's checking for all the updates. Better I'll show you directly. I have taken one screenshot. So okay, this one you have to download. This one, Maven this one, guys. Maven integration for Eclipse 1.5.0. This thing you have to download. See, in my machine it's already installed. Okay, because it came along with my Eclipse. So 99% cases it will be there with your Eclipse. If it is not there, search for Maven from Eclipse Marketplace and then download this M2E version. Okay, Maven integration for Eclipse Luna version you have to download. Okay, so this is a thing, and what you have to do. Okay, see, this is now it came Maven integration for plugin. Okay, that thing you have to download. So I'm not going to download because it's already available on my system. So I'm just terminating it and closing this window. Okay guys, so after downloading the Maven plugin on Eclipse, what we have to do now, we have to understand, guys, very small thing, that what is Maven Lifecycle. Okay, so quickly I'll tell you what is Maven Lifecycle. It's a famous interview question. They will ask you if they are taking interviews on Maven. Definitely this question will be there. What is Maven Lifecycle? Okay, so let me quickly draw a diagram. Sorry. So guys, Maven Lifecycle, as I told you, Maven is what? Maven is a build tool. Okay, so Maven is what? Build automation tool, and it's having three major life cycles. Okay, what is the life cycle? So three major life cycles. The first life cycle is that Maven compile. Okay, just compile it. Second life cycle is Maven test. Okay, test your test cases. And the third one is Maven resources, or generate jar files. Okay, this is the third life cycle. Okay, so Maven compiler is there, Maven compile, Maven test, and Maven resources, and these are the different, I would say, life cycle of Maven. This is the Maven life cycle, guys. Okay, now in Maven compiler, what do you mean by Maven compile? Maven compile means whatever the number of Java classes or classes are available. Okay, your code is available, just compile it in a single unit. Just compile. Okay, and this compiler will happen by using what? By using Maven compiler plugin. So one Maven compiler will be there, okay, which will taking care of this first step, Maven compile. Okay, so this Maven compile will be done by this particular Maven compiler feature. Okay, now the second thing is we have Maven test. So Maven test is done by, what do you mean by test? Test means your test cases. It can be your unit test cases, right? Whatever the test cases, it can be your integration test cases. Okay, if you have written some integration test cases, or your functional test cases, which are written in the form of, let's see, you are using Selenium, JUnit, or whatever, and what in which language you are using. Let's see, you are using JUnit and TestNg for writing the test cases. So this is happening through, guys, Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, one plugin is there, Maven Surefire plugin is there, which is responsible for this thing. Okay, which is responsible for this thing, for testing, Maven test. And one plugin is there that is called Maven resource plugin. It means once your compilation is done, your test cases are done, now I have to create the resources. I have to create resources means I have to create the jar files. So there are three different resources Maven can create. It can create jars, it can create war files, web archival files, and years also it can create. Enterprise archival files also it can create. Okay, so three different resources it can create. So these are called, guys, resources. Okay, so whenever you are developing any project in Maven, so it always happens that, okay, at the last we create war files or jar files. In web application we create war files because this is web archival files. So I don't want to get into these things. So all these things in the third step, this is the resources by resources plugin. Okay, Maven resources plugin is there, which is this. So this is a third life cycle happened because of this guy. Okay, so always remember guys, this is a three different life cycle of Maven. Maven compile it, test it, and Maven resources mean generate the resources. Okay, generate the resources in the form of jar file, war file, or ER files. So although it's too much technical that I don't want to get into what is war file or ER files, but this is happening through Maven resources plugin. Maven test is happening through Maven surefire plugin, and Maven compile is happening through Maven compiler plugin. Okay, I don't know that, I'm not sure that they I mean, if you have ever get into some interview, they might ask you, I mean, they have asked you that such kind of questions. Okay, what are different plugins are there, what is the purpose of compiler plugin, what is the purpose of surefire plugin, what is the purpose of resources plugin. Okay, so very straightforward answer is this: compiler plugin is for compilation point of view, surefire plugin is for testing point of view, to execute your test cases. Okay, resource plugin is for to generate the resources at the last once testing is done. Okay, so this is a complete build tool. In build tool we have three different things: compiler, testing, and resource generation. Same thing we have Gradle. Okay, Gradle is also there in the market, some people they use Gradle. Ant is also there. So these are the different um tools are available. We have Ant, we have Gradle. Okay, all these are build automation tool guys, but the most famous is Maven. Okay, so Ant, Gradle we will see later if we can cover. Okay, so this is a life cycle of Maven. Okay, this is the life cycle of Maven. So your for this interview question is ready. Okay, that now you are ready for this interview thing on Maven life cycle. After thing is, what do you mean by Maven plugins? So these are the Maven plugins that we have seen. Three different plugins are available. Fine. What do you mean by Maven dependencies? Maven dependency guys, I have already told you that okay, these are the different dependencies, that either external dependency or internal dependencies we have to fetch from the Maven repository. Now Maven repository can be the Maven centralized repository worldwide and Maven local repository according to your company. Let's see, in Walmart, Amazon, okay, Flipkart, they are using their own Maven local repository, like that. So this is about Maven dependencies. Okay, and now different Maven commands are there, we will be using in Eclipse and all those things. Okay, that okay, so before that I'll write that set up your, I'll write one more point here: set up your project in Eclipse, set up your Maven project. How to set up your Maven project in Eclipse, that is the important thing. Okay, so let's create some Maven project now in Eclipse. Let me close all these. Okay, let it be. Okay guys, so let me create, I'll go to file, new, go to project, and inside the project what we have to do, go to Maven and Maven project you have to click. Okay, click on next, click on next, don't do anything, don't change anything, just click on next. Here you have to give your, what is your group ID and artifact ID for your project. As I told you, we need three different things, right? Group ID, artifact ID, and version number. So let's see, my group, my project group ID is, let's see, I'm writing Maven demo test, and my artifact ID is something like this. Let's see, Maven demo test, same. Okay, and click on finish. You will see that in the left hand side section Maven demo test got created. Okay, and in Maven guys, folder structure is like this: src main java and src test java, and one pom.xml file will be created here. And src main java, these are the dummy packages are there, so I'll delete these dummy packages, I don't need this. Okay, I'll create my own packages. Okay, and in pom.xml file, if you open this, it will create pom.xml file, means the project. Okay, file pom.xml file, it will create a simple okay Maven pom.xml. This is the heart of the okay Maven, because all the interaction is everything all these interaction is happening through pom.xml file only. Okay, so this is the, I would say, the most important component of Maven, that is pom.xml file. Okay, project what is the full form? That I think project object model, something like this. Okay, so what I need in this section, if you see, first couple of things, that what is your group ID, artifact ID, your versioning, in which form of the resources you want to generate. I want to generate in the form of jar files. What is the name of the project? My name of the project is Maven Demo Test. Okay, and simple one property, UTF-8 encoding property. Don't change this property, let it be like this. And what are the different dependencies, right? As I told you that, okay, we need these dependencies. Okay, all these dependencies. So let's see, I'll create some simple dependencies. I don't need JUnit, so I'll remove this dependency from here. Okay guys, I'll remove this dependency from here. So inside the dependencies section, what we have to do, we have to add, let's see, I'm going to add dependency for TestNg. So I have this dependency. Let me get this dependency. For TestNg, you have to add this dependency, guys. Okay, this dependency you can get it from online also, from Google also. Let's say I'll go to Google, and if you write simple TestNg Maven, simple write like this, TestNg Maven, so it will give you one Maven dependency. Okay, see, this is a Maven dependency. You can take this Maven dependency. The latest version is 6.8. Okay, so I have already taken this 6.11. I have taken. Okay, scope, you have to make it compile in with TestNg. And let's see, I want to take one more dependency for Selenium. So we know that for Selenium, this is a dependency I have 3.5, although 3.5.6 is now. Let's say I'm using 3.5.3. Okay, this also you have to take. And the moment you save it, just press Ctrl S, or for Mac users Command S. You will see that automatically inside this Maven dependency section, automatically all the jar files will be downloaded within a second. Okay, all the jar files will be associated with your project. So now no need to download zip file and TestNg zip file and TestNg jar files. Put it in somewhere in your folder, okay, on your machine, and then go to right click on properties and go to go to Java build path, add external jars, and one by one you will add all the jar files. No need to do that. Let's say tomorrow I think 3.5.6 is there, right? So let's say I'll write 3.5.6 and press Ctrl S. If it is available, 3.5.6 will be added. So it is saying it is not available, I think. So let's see what is the latest version of Java, Selenium. Let me check. Selenium WebDriver, simple, right? Maven. So I think 3.6.0 is there. I'm writing 3.5.6. Okay, so simple. Let's see, 3.6.0 is there. Okay, so you will see that 3.6.0 jar files got added. If you want to switch back to 3.5.3, you can write 3.5.3 like that. Okay, so it's very simple. So I'm not taking like I'm removing 3.5.3 manually and again adding 3.6.0. No need to do that. Maven will take care of all these things automatically. Okay, so this is the thing is done. Now what we have to do, guys, so this is it is happening through Eclipse. What happens sometimes, let's see, your Maven dependencies are not downloaded properly, okay, and it's not coming properly. Is what you have to do, you have to do a clean install. Okay, so what you have to do, you just need to go to right click on your project. Okay, right click on your project and go to run as. Okay, go to Maven build, select Maven build, click on Maven build, and you need to write one command over here, clean install, like this, clean install, and click on run. So in the console you will see it will generate the build. Okay, it will download all the things and it will say that build is successful. It means all the artifacts got downloaded properly, build is cleaned. Okay, the latest build is available now. Okay guys, So after adding these two dependencies, now we are ready to write the code. So let's say I'll write a simple code. I'll create one src test java. For test cases, I'll write the code over here, src test java. Go to a class. Let's see, I'm creating one class. Let's say I'll create one package first. Okay, it's always good to create the package and then create the classes. Let's see, my package is com.qa.test package is there. Okay, and right click on it and go to a class. I'll create a class. Let's see, my class name is demo test class, and this will be my TestNg class. So don't select main method. Now I'll write 3-4 methods, TestNg @test methods, so that I can, let's see, these are my unit test cases I'm writing. @simple test. I'm not writing any Selenium code, guys. Simple public void. Let's see, my first method is sum method, and import test from TestNg. Okay, and simple I'm writing, let's see, two variables, int a equal to 10 and int b is equal to 20. And simple I'm writing, I'm putting one assertion, assert equals. Okay, assert equals. And what are you expecting? Let's see, I'm expecting 30, and simple I'm writing a plus b. Simple assertion I'm writing, guys. And I'm printing here system.out.println. This is sum method, sum. Okay, so similarly I'll create 4 different methods. Okay, one is for sum, this is for okay, subtraction. Let's see, sub, and I'll write here sub. This is for, let's see, division, so div method, and I'm printing div. This is for, let's see, multiplication, and I'll simple writing here multiplication, something like this. And in subtraction, what I'll do, I'm expecting b minus a. It means b minus a will be 10, and I'm writing here b minus a. So b minus a, 10 equal to 10, your test case will be passed. Division means, let's see, 20 divided by 10. It means b divided by a, it will give you 2. So I'm expecting 2. And in multiplication, simple, I'm using a multiply by b, so it will be 200. Right, it will be 200. Okay, 20 multiplied by 10, it will be 200. A multiplied by b. So simple 4 test cases I have written, guys. Okay, these are my unit test cases I have written. Fine. Now what I'll do, simple, you can do one thing. You can either directly right click on your project. See, if you want to execute this particular class through TestNg, simple right click on over here and click on run as TestNg, which is fine. It will execute all these 3 methods, div, multiplication, sum, and sub and sum. All 4 test cases got passed. Okay, simple. Now if you want to execute this particular class through Maven, right, through Maven, how to do that? So right click on your Maven project, run as, just simple, okay, select this method Maven test. So what will happen? In the console you will see it will execute all the 4 test cases directly. Okay, see, it's executing all 4 test cases through Maven test. Okay guys, it will not generate any TestNg report because we have executed through Maven, right? Okay, now so this is happening through all these commands I'm executing from where? From here. Okay, from Eclipse directly. But I don't want to do that. Sometimes some remote machine you have to use, and you have to use the Maven command in that case, especially when you are integrating with Jenkins, right? So you should know what are the different Maven commands and how to use them. So what I'll do, I'll go to my terminal, and your Windows guys, please open your command prompt. And what I'll do, go to that particular directory. So I know that Maven demo test, I'll go to properties, and this is a location of my project, and simple go to press cd, and write cd and go to that direction, go to that directory, not direction, Okay, so I'm here now in this Maven demo test, and if you check ls src folder is there. Yes, this src folder is there. So I'll go to this particular directory where this particular project is available. Okay, and after that what I'll do, simple, I have to execute couple of commands over here. So simple first command is there, the guys, maven mvn. Okay, the shortcut is mvn clean install. So this is the first command. So just maven clean install, mvn clean install. See, so it will execute all the four, first of all, life cycles. As I told you, first it will, okay, see, first life cycle is this maven compile. Okay guys, and then test it and then generate the resources like this. All the four different life cycle will be executed like this, and then once this life cycle is completed like this, and then it will execute the test cases in this sequence. So Maven clean install, what exactly it will do, guys? Maven clean install means it will create the build means it will create the jar files. See, it's creating the jar files over here, installing jar files. See, my jar file name is Maven demo test. This is a 0.01 snapshot.jar file. So I'll give this jar file to the QA team and they will test it. This is a build. I'll deploy it on my server so that QA team can test it. Similar kind of things, developers, they are doing the same thing. In automation also we are doing the same thing. Okay, we are generating the build for our automation. Okay, so this is a life cycle is going to be executed. Okay, see, compile and test resources and test compile and then finally execute your test cases. Okay, so this is happening. See, test is happening, as I told you, through Surefire plugin, right? Compiler is happening through compiler plugin. Okay, like this. Now guys, we have, let's see, I don't want to generate the build again and again. I just want to, what I want to directly execute my test cases. Okay, how many test cases are there? 4 test cases are there. I directly want to, without clean install, I want to execute my test cases. So simple, write maven mvn test. Simple, write mvn test command. It will execute only, it will not execute the complete build. It will just execute your test cases. That's it. See, you can see that div, multiplication, sub and sum methods are getting executed, right? All these 4 commands are executed and it's giving build is successful. How many test cases are there? 4 test cases are there, right guys? So this is also done. Now we have one more command. Let's see what I want. I don't want to execute my test cases. I just want to generate the build, because let's see, there are 1,000 test cases are there and I don't want to execute my test cases. I don't want to waste my time that every after compiling, every time it's executing all the test cases. So you can ignore the test cases also. Okay, so how to ignore the test cases? We have one command. I'll tell you, this is the command. Maven package -d skip test command you have to use. So simple, Maven package -d skip tests is okay, you have to use. So what exactly it will do? Okay, see, it is not executing a test cases, it is just, okay, life cycle is getting executed, only build is getting created without calling your test cases. Simple. So this is a command, that -mvn package -d skip test. So they will ask you at a time of interview, how will you skip your test cases using Maven? So there are 2 ways. So first, you just directly execute this particular command, and the second command is like this: maven package -d maven test.skip equal to true. But for that you have to add this particular property in your POM file. This is the property I have to add. Where? Okay, I'll go to my Eclipse. Okay, and this is my property section, and so in simple property you have to add it over here. Maven dot test dot skip. If it is true, it means all the test cases will be ignored. If you make it false, it means all the test cases will be considered. So this is a command. I'll use this command, maven package. Guys, you have to remember these commands. See, Maven package minus D capital Maven dot dest dot skip is equal to true. If you run it, it will execute the build. Build is successful, but see, it is not executing. So developers, they use this particular command very much because frequently they use it. Why? Because they have written, let's see, 500 test cases and they don't want to execute as a part of the build. They want to give the build to the QA team as soon as possible. So they don't want to execute, okay, some test cases. So they can write like this. But it is not a good practice, guys. It's always compulsory whenever you are creating a build with Maven. Okay, it's compulsory. Okay, it's compulsory to execute your test cases. Unit test cases are always important, guys. Okay, so always see. Sometimes what happens that okay, we get this error in pom.xml file. We get this red color error. Okay, so what do you have to do? Right click, go to Maven, and simple click on update project. Okay, click on OK. So error will be gone. The project will be updated. Okay, like this. Okay, guys. So this is the command you can use. Maven clean install. Okay, Maven test command. Okay, if you see, if I write like this, Maven clean install, so it will generate the build. It will compile. It will compile the build, everything. It will then it will execute your test cases, and then it will generate the jar file. Now it will execute your test cases. See, okay, see, it's giving you warning, no content was inclusion, all that. Okay, this thing is getting executed. Okay, we have added that property, so we have to either you have to remove this property or you have to make it false. Okay, otherwise your test cases will be skipped again and again. Simple, I'm writing Maven clean install again, run it. Now it is executing your test cases. Okay, so you can make it true or false. If you want to skip your test cases, just make it true. If you want to ignore your test cases, make it false. Simple. Okay, so this is the command. So we have different commands, guys. So this is for ignoring the test cases. For clean install, we have this command, Maven clean install. We have one command. If you directly want to execute your test cases without cleaning the build, Maven test command is available. Okay, Maven test command is available. Okay, fine. Now guys, what happens sometime, let's see again this error is coming. Sometime it happens that in Eclipse error is coming. So you just right click on your project and go to Maven and update the project. Error will be gone. Now guys, what happens, see, I haven't added any plugin over here. Any plugin information I haven't added. So if you notice this thing that we discussed, all these three, Maven compiling, test case execution, and resource generation in the form of jar files, happening through plugins, right? All these things are happening through plugins. See, build jar file at the last, all the test cases got executed due to Surefire plugin. Okay, jar files, see, this particular jar file is getting executed through resource plugin. Okay, and the compilation is happening through Maven compiler plugin, but I haven't entered any compiler plugin, Surefire plugin, or any resource plugin in my pom.xml file. So Maven will pick that particular these three compiler plugins automatically. Okay, automatically it will take it, right? But if you want to enhance something, if you want to customize or configure something extra, let's see, I want Maven should execute all my TestNg classes. Okay, so what I'll do, let's see, I have two class. One more class is there, demo test1 class. Demo test1 class is available. And I'll do one thing, I'll just copy this entire content inside the demo test1. And so I have two classes, demo, okay, demo test1, and let's say I'll create one more class, demo test2. Click on finish, and I'll make it demo test2. So I have three classes now, guys. demo test 1 and 2. I want that, okay, Maven should execute these three classes one by one. So you can either, if you want to execute directly from Eclipse, you can do one thing. Just right click on your project, Maven project, go to run as, okay, go to run as, and simple click on Maven test. Okay, so let's see what happens. So it's see, it's executing test cases like this. Div, multi, sub, and some test cases are getting executed. Okay, guys, just a minute, let it execute. So only 4 test cases are getting executed, guys. Although I have in demo test, we have 4, in demo test 1 we have 4, in demo test 2 another 4. It means 4 multiplied by 3 means 12 test cases should be executed, but it is executing only this particular demo test class getting executed. It will pick only first file. So what do you have to do? You need some extra configuration. So let's see what I'll do. I'll create one more source folder here, src main resources. Okay, and click on finish. Under src main resources, what I'll do, I'll create one file, testng.xml file. So one format I have already have one testng.xml file. I'll pick it from here and I'll paste it over here in this folder. Okay, testng.xml. I'll open it and you will see that my suite name is test maven suite. Test maven testing is my test case name. And where are your package, where is your package classes are available? Com qa dot test dot star. It means all these three classes I want to execute in a single shot through Maven. See, we will be using the same thing while integrating with Jenkins, guys. So please try to understand this concept. It's very important. Okay, through Maven, forget about TestNg. Okay, we are not executing our test cases through TestNg currently. We are trying to execute through Maven. Okay, so com.qa.test.star means in this particular package, whatever the number of classes are available, please try to execute them. Okay, so now what exactly it will do? Now if you test this, I mean if you run from command line maven clean install, let's see what happens. Okay, so still it is executing only single test case. Okay, only single test, not single test case, only single class file, test class file is okay getting executed. So only 4 test cases getting executed, but I want to execute 12 test cases, right? So what we have to do, through testng.xml we will do that. So I have to add my plugin into my pom.xml file. Okay, so 3 plugins I have to: compiler plugin, surefire plugin, and resource plugin. I have to do that. So I'll give you these plugins. See, these are the plugins. What you have to do, you have to pick, and plugins will be written inside the build tag. So build, see, this is my compiler plugin, surefire plugin, and this is my source plugin. And build, to build you have to pick, just copy from here to here. I'll give you the complete pom.xml file, guys, don't worry. And after properties, don't mix with dependencies, guys. Dependencies is a separate thing. Okay, properties starting here, ending here. Now I have to add the build tag. Okay, so build is starting here and ending over here, and under that build I have added 3 plugins: plugin number 1, plugin number 2, and plugin number 3. And as I told you, 3 plugins are there. Compiler plugin, okay, this is the compiler plugin. This is the surefire plugin. This is the compiler. This is surefire plugin. So compiler plugin, the version is plugin version 1.6 or 1.8, whatever the latest is there, you have to use that. Surefire plugin I'm using 2.19.1, maybe it's the latest one. And as I told you, surefire plugin is used to execute your test cases. So this is the configuration you have to make it. One configuration tag you have to add where exactly your suite XML file is available. So my suite file is available here, src main resources folder, testng.xml file. This is my testng.xml file, guys, is available where? In this particular package, src main resources testng.xml. it is available over here. Okay, and this is for my resource plugin, my source plugin. I want my goal in the form of jar file. I want to generate the jar file. Okay, I want to generate the jar files. Fine. So this is the, generally we don't use this, but it is good to have all these three plugins, okay, all together. So always remember different sections. We have project information, name, properties. Then we have build section having all the plugins. Then we have dependencies sections in pom.xml file. These three, four couple of things we have to add. And they will ask you what is the role of compiler plugin, what is the role of surefire plugin. Surefire plugin is to execute your test cases, in which we have to configure our testng.xml file if we are using testng. And this is my source plugin to execute in which source you want to generate jar file, war file, or EAR file. Okay, so testng.xml file is there, fine. And now the all the plugin information is there. Now I'll try to execute. Let me clear the console. Maven clean install. Okay, now let's see what happens. Fine. So it will now reach at the test case level. Now see, all the tests, 12 test cases are getting executed. Okay, three different classes are there, right? Div multiple subtraction sum, div multi sub sum, div multi sub sum, 12 test cases. 4 multiplied by 3 from three different classes. 12 test cases are getting executed. See, total number of test cases 12. So this is happening through all the test cases are getting executed, happening through Surefire plugin. Okay guys, so while integrating with Jenkins, we will be using this plugin because in Jenkins also we have to give Surefire plugin and we have to configure this testng.xml file because we are using testng and we will be having number of test classes like home page test, contacts page test. Remember page object model number. Let's see 100 test classes you have written, and in this particular testng.xml configuration we will give all the packages or classes you will be giving over here. You can write the classes also one by one inside the classes tag. Okay, so Surefire plugin will try to compile testng.xml one by one. All the test cases will be executed from different classes, but make sure your test cases are written inside this inside this source folder src test java. Okay guys, so this is the general basic commands we are using. These are the plugin informations are there. I'll tell you one more thing, that there are different plugins are there in the market. I mean for uh, just a minute, I'll show you. See, these are the different plugins. If you see on Maven site, these are the different plugins are there. See, core plugins are there: clean, compiler, deploy, fail save, install, resources. We saw that, right? So we don't need all these plugins. See, this is the latest version we can use. Compiler plugin to compile Java resources. Deploy plugins to deploy the artifact to the remote repository. These plugins are used by some developers, Java developers. They want to generate the artifact, the build, and they want to give it to the different remote servers on the different VMs they want to install. Failsafe is again failsafe and Surefire plugin almost same to run your JUnit and you know, TestNg test cases. Especially for integration test cases, we use failsafe. Install plugin, resources plugin to generate your jar files. Site plugin is there. See, Surefire plugin we use. Run your JUnit or TestNg unit test cases in isolated class loader like this. And then we have different EAR packaging tools to generate the EAR, EJB, enterprise Java beans, okay, jar files, raw file, war file you want to create. So we don't use all these things, but all these things are used by developers. If you want to generate some Java doc, generate Java doc. You can generate a Java doc by using this plugin. Maven will automatically create the Java doc for all the methods, classes, interfaces like that. Okay. So say there are a number of plugins we don't need to use. Okay, but you should have some knowledge. It's good to have. Okay. So this is about the plugins and installing and everything, and command line arguments, and from Eclipse also you can execute. But guys, make it a habit, execute your Maven command from terminal, from command line. It is a good practice. It will be very, very helpful for you guys. Okay. Although it's very user friendly that in Eclipse, simple right click, go to run as and Maven test, Maven clean install, or Maven build, different things you can, same command you can execute from here also, same command you can execute from here also, but make it a habit you are executing from here. Okay, so how will you ignore the test cases? As I told you, ignoring mvn package minus d skip test, and make sure that this maven test skip is equal to true over there, so that it will be ignored, test cases will be ignored, and without a test cases build will be generated, like that. So these are the different interview questions they will ask you 100%. Okay, if you're going for selenium and automation interview, definitely they will ask you if you're using maven. And Maven is very, very simple, guys. And please remember, this is the architecture of Maven, and this is the plugin information life cycle of Maven, and this is the architecture. Okay, so that's all for Maven. I think in these two videos, I think you are good to go with Maven. Okay, there is no other thing to learn about Maven, and we will see like in different sections in the next tutorials that how can we integrate with Jenkins, Maven within Jenkins, or TestNg integration with Selenium and all those stuff. That is a different thing. Okay, but if you want to learn Jenkins, you should know about Maven also. All these commands and architecture and all those things. Okay, now it is clear, Maven. Okay, so guys, please thanks for first of all watching these two videos, and please share okay these videos with others. Subscribe to this channel, and please press the bell icon to get a notification for the future videos. A lot of amazing things are coming, a lot of interesting and some cool videos. I'll give it to you, amazing knowledge sharing, as well as it will be a great value addition in your portfolio. Okay, so please subscribe the channel and share the videos. Thank you so much. And guys, one more thing that I'll upload this entire code into my Git repository, and you can find the Git repository URL in the description, so that you will get all the plugin bomb.xml file and everything from there itself. Okay, thank you so much, guys.